Hi, I'm Nancy O'Neill, and welcome to Suncoast FYI. The birds of paradise fly into the studio, Autumn Steiner from the Humane Society of Sarasota, and a look at this year's annual Venice Blues Festival. Joining me now is the Executive Director of Birds of Paradise and Sanctuary and Rescue, Deb Huckabee, and a few of her feathery friends. This is Coco, and this is Debbie. Coco is not the Executive Director, although she seems like she's trying to be this morning.
She could be.
She could be. Yeah. So Deb, nice to meet you, and thank you for bringing Coco.
And this is Aquiel. She's one of our spokesbirds.
Oh, and does she speak?
Yes, she does.
She does.
Except on camera.
Maybe by the time we close, she'll
probably
give us a few words. Now, why is there a need for a bird sanctuary, and where do the birds come from?
Actually, the birds come from all over the United States, a lot local, Sarasota and Manatee counties. They come in for a variety of reasons. Their owners pass away, they relocate, going to a nursing home, and we find that many families purchase a bird without doing their research, so they actually don't know what they're getting into.
Oh dear. Oh dear. And how many birds do you currently have?
A little over 400.
Oh my gosh. How long have you been doing this, Deb?
8 years now. We started in November of 2011.
Okay. And is it open to the public? Can the public come?
We are open to the public by appointment only because we're all volunteer staffed, and we do tours to the public because we want to share our story with people.
Sure. And
we want to educate the public in what it takes to actually be a good bird parent.
And that's what you have to be, like any other fur baby or feathery baby. She's nibbling on my earring. I love it. I love it. Oh, aren't you adorable? Now, what are some of the challenges that face you with your rescues today, Deb?
Well, the challenges, the biggest challenge is always going to be funding and actually room for placement. We're at capacity right now with 400 plus parrots. We recently took in 3 seizures, quite large seizures. One was from the Sarasota Sheriff's Office of 33 parrots. We weren't prepared for that. Were they in a home, or? They were in a home. Their original caretaker passed away over a year ago. It was Dr. Don's parrots, the traveling vet from Sarasota. And the lady that he left them with was unable to care for them anymore. So the Sheriff's Office actually seized the birds and signed them over to Birds of Paradise.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for taking them.
Thank you.
Now, education. What type of education do you provide to folks that are going to adopt?
Some of our birds are adoptable. Yeah. So we counsel the families before they actually take the bird home, so they understand what they're getting into, all the precautions, the safety measures. And then we have a lot of families call us asking for advice. And our #1 goal is to try to keep the parrot in the home if we can. So we work with behavior issues.
Okay. Now, what is the additional adoption process? Is there a fee associated with this?
There is a fee associated with adoption. What we like to see is we like for the parrot to pick the family.
Sure.
It makes a better home for all concerned.
Sure.
So they fill out an application, and then there's a process where they visit the bird on at least 3 occasions. That way they get to know each other, and we can watch the interaction and make sure it's a good fit for that family. And we also do a home inspection, at which time we go over all the safety protocol and all the educational resources we have at that time.
Okay. Do you have foster programs as well, or is it strictly adoption?
We do have some foster families, and mostly we use our foster families for some of the hospice birds that probably aren't adoptable because they have health issues and they need one-on-one care.
Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about the little beauties that you brought here.
This is Coco, and she's 52 years old.
Okay.
We took her in from a situation, as you know, of a family that passed away. Through no fault of Coco's, you know, she had to be rehomed. She's actually available for adoption. She's a very sweet girl, and I think she loves you, Nancy.
I think she does. I kind of love her, too.
She's a good girl, and she can live up to 80 to 100 years. So that's another homelessness factor with parrots, because they outlive their caretakers.
Sure. Oh my gosh. Well, yes, the lovely people that you were speaking of, Ann Harka, I know, was known as the Bird Lady of Sarasota for a long time, and her daughter June, this was actually June's bird, I believe.
Yes,
right?
it was.
Yep, and unfortunately, they came to a situation where they had to give them up, but they knew that they were going to a good home with you. So thank you so much for all the birds that you care for. 400, oh my gosh. How can the public help with, you must need food and bedding and...
Well, we're always looking for donations. We have a wish list on Amazon. We're in need of volunteers, and you can go on our website and actually donate monetarily, or you can order supplies for us through Amazon. We're all volunteer-based and all donor-based. We don't get any help from the county or the state. So it's very important that our people understand what we do to help the birds in our care.
Okay, and where are you located, Deb?
We're in Bradenton off of State Road 64, just about 7 miles off of I-75.
All right, well, thank you for being here, and thank you for bringing these little lovelies with you.
Thank you for having us. We love to tell our story.
Glad you did. Thanks.
Thank you.
Next on Suncoast FYI, the Humane Society stops by with a look at year-end giving.